In this lecture, we will dive into the contextual vector, all of the headings that we are created that are connected in these query networks. First, we ask the micro context, the general question, and then the definitional context. In this content brief, we did not create subsection as we created in a previous content briefs. Here, after the definitional context, we directly connect the pH to the drinking water and from drinking water to our macro context. Because any relevance point or the relevance score that we are able to take from this section, which means the query that involves the concept of pH, but the queries that did not involve the water explicitly, we also increase the chances to rank for those queries. That's why we first give the definitional what is pH and then connect pH back to the drinking water. In the health line, you see in every query we see the pH water. We did not see any like that a simple pH. It happens because health line missed the specific contextual domain and its border. That's why we don't focus only on the drinking water, we also give the definitional part of simple pH. After these, we go for directly the effect of drinking water. Here we use the triple, the pH is subject and the drinking water is object and the effect is the predicate. Then in this we directly ask for the pH level chart. If you search about the chart, it appears in the query network. So if you have the image annotation and you also include these specific phrases in the paragraph, that means you need to add the unique images to be able to responsive. Once we ask this specific question, we go for the test of the pH level of drinking water, because the testing pH or just testing the pH level, it appears in a query networks. The word pH level, as you see, appears a lot of time as a word sequence, and this question here is the representative of this question. That means if you are able to ask the level and also what is pH with water or without water, it will be helpful for us, because while defining the pH, we also give the pH level measurement or the chart, and then we also give the numbers to calculate it. Once we ask about the testing of the pH level, we ask what are the effects of every level of pH, what is the effect of low pH water, and what is the effect of high level of pH water, and high level of pH Arctic water, hot water effect with a high level of pH, or Arctic hot water at high level pH before the bath, etc. You need to combine these all things to each other while covering your article. That's why in the part of supplementary area, this section is linked to the different parts. Here we're using the water types because we will dividing all of the pH levels of these waters. We connect our luxury water, that is our source. We connect the pH concept back to our source context. And here we link the sparkling water because it's easier to connect it back to the pH levels, because the context of comparison or versus related queries, we see the pH levels are already compared each other or with the different types of water. So here you see the distillated water, it's appear a lot of time in the queries, so that's why we put the distillated water at the second or in the position of top. We put tap and distillated close because these are the most important types of water that are compared a lot of times. We put the distillated water with the tap water because mostly distillated water is compared with the tap water. So in the next lecture, we will continue to examine our article methodology. Thank you.